It's I could feel it already, and I'm sure you will soon enough. I can feel that. Do you feel that? Something is about to happen. God has been up to something. God has been up to something. And actually, God has been doing things. And as we grow closer to God, as we grow closer to Him, to tuning out ourselves by telling ourselves, no, we're learning that, right? We're getting into that. It's a process. I get it. It's going to take some time. But as we work on that, as we draw near to God, and as He draws near to us, may we take comfort in knowing that God is for us. God is for us. God is for us. So take heart and speak up and speak out and tell somebody about Jesus. There are a lot of people in the world that are lost. Do you know what it's like? I'm sure you do, to be lost. You found it in your life before where you become lost at a place where you don't know where you're at. There's a world out there full of people that are lost, that don't know Jesus, and that salvation can come to them. God can use you because you're the exact right person that He needs. Yeah. You're the person that He needs. You're the servant that He's chose to go and tell those people about Jesus. You're the only one that can get through to them. Certain types of people. And that's your calling, is to go reach those people with your gifts and your talents as God unfolds them for you, as you learn more about yourself. But we're not going to get there until we learn more about God, until we learn more about actually stepping out in faith. Instead of writing about it and talking about it, we step out in faith. Watch God move. Instead of talking about, opening up our finances and testing God of the wonderful God He says, test me on this. By giving your 10%, by giving your first fruits, by giving. Test me on this and see if I don't open the floodgates. But we don't. We get caught up in all this hocus pocus and all this, where's the money going to and all this stuff. Just give to God. Find where God, pray, God, where do you want me to give this? Where do you want me to sow this seed? And help me with that. And then look for the answer. You ask God, but we need to be looking. A lot of things we ask, but do we look? Do we look for God? Do we look for God? Are we expecting something? Because God wants us to be expecting something. Because He has put stuff in us. Yeah, and it needs to be birthed out. And when we go through that season, the painful process of this whole thing, yeah, right? Yeah. And so going through all those changes and that forming in us, that miracle of I get it, we talk about businesses and things like that, ideas and visions and purpose, but without getting close to God and closer to Him, we're not going to be where we need to be. And our relationship should be our focus. And all this other stuff it'll just fall into place when we get God focused, not situation focused, not, I'm worried about all this stuff, Yeah. God wants us to, and so we have to